Good afternoon, I'm Vashon Brown with the Midday News. A special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. The government is coming under fire after the circulation of videos of scores of partygoers breaching COVID-19 protocols in Negril, Westmoreland. Now, we will have reactions from stakeholders in the local entertainment interests later on. But first, health and tourism interests say no permission was granted for the event to go ahead. O'Shane Masters begins our coverage.
Turn it out.
Mocha Fest 2021 brings together partygoers from around the globe to Negril, Jamaica. The event was initially cancelled in 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but it was back again on the agenda. Officials from the Ministry of Tourism say permission was not granted for the event to be hosted. However, on the Visit Jamaica website, which is operated by the Jamaica Tourist Board, the party was still being promoted up to Thursday. It was subsequently taken down. We've been trying to get officials from the Jamaica Tourist Board to comment via phone, but that has proven to be unsuccessful. However, senior strategist in the Tourism Ministry, Delano Sivrite, in a tweet said that the ministry is appalled and a full investigation has been launched. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, also commenting on the party via Twitter, said neither the Savannah Lamar Health Authority or the Ministry of Health and Wellness gave permission for the event to be staged. The Tourism Product Development Company, TPDCO, has since revoked the COVID-19 compliance certificate of Rick's Cafe. In a statement released earlier, the company said that the Tourism Product Development Company Limited, TPDCO, wishes to advise that further to the breach of COVID-19 health and safety protocols at Rick's Cafe in Negril, TPDCO has withdrawn Rick's Cafe's COVID-19 compliance certification with immediate effect. It says the popular Western Jamaica hotspot will be required to undergo a recertification exercise to ensure strict adherence to the established COVID-19 health and safety protocols before it can be allowed to accept visitors again. The operators of Rick's Cafe has since apologized for the overcrowding. In a statement, it said, quote, "The event became crowded than expected under current protocols for entertainment venues," end quote. But it says some COVID-19 measures were carried out to include temperature checks, hand sanitization, and face masks were required for entry. However, based on the video circulating, there were a limited number of masks worn at the actual event. O'Shane Masters, TVJ News.
So what exactly is Mocha Fest? Javon Keys explains.
The organizers of Mocha Fest dub it as a vacation party experience. The 7-day series of events in Negril is its 6th year after postponement in 2020 due to COVID-19. Despite the gathering and event restrictions, the 2021 staging is advertised to have kicked off on Monday, May 24, to run until the 31st. Patrons had to fork out a minimum $310 for the 5-day experience and $40 more for the full 7 days. Mocha Fest reports that tickets were sold out by May 14. The offerings also include packages for a hotel stay. Mocha Fest, however, isn't just a local event. It has on offer 6 other parties in various destinations to include Mexico, Brazil, and Atlanta, which would be next in the series scheduled for July this year. The organizers have also already opened bookings for the 2022 event scheduled to begin May 26. Javon Keys, TVJ News.
Now, as I said earlier on, we will hear what entertainers have to say about this latest development involving Mocha Fest later on in the newscast. On to other news now. 108 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed on Thursday. The country's overall case count is now 48,288. The country's COVID-19 positivity rate now stands at 12.8%. The country's COVID-19 death toll is now 936. One additional death was recorded, a 79-year-old man from St. Anne. In the meantime, 181 persons are hospitalized with the respiratory illness. 14 are critically ill. There are 22,279 active cases of COVID-19 in Jamaica. An appeal this afternoon from the Caribbean Community of Retired Persons, CCRP, to members of parliament to assist the elderly to get inoculated. This follows concerns raised that senior citizens in rural Jamaica have little to no access to COVID-19 vaccines. A statement from the CCRP noted that on election day, there is concerted effort by both political parties to transport elderly electors to polling stations. It wants party representatives to make similar arrangements to safeguard the health of the elderly in their constituencies. Chairman of the National Health Fund, Howard Mitchell, has confirmed that the government has purchased additional COVID-19 vaccines, which will be delivered this August.
We have paid down on 1.5 million Johnson, deliveries of which will start in August of this year, but will continue through into the following year. We have no other immediate prospects of vaccines unless and until the United States of America releases vaccines as it has committed to do. In stock, I believe they have approximately 50,000, and another 55,000 are due to arrive next week.
And it's now time for a break, but please stay with us. More local stories when we return. Welcome back. Continuing the news now. Back to that issue now involving Mocha Fest, where the government is coming under fire after videos started to circulate showing partygoers breaching COVID-19 protocols. Now, entertainment stakeholders are speaking out. They're angry that the massive party was able to take place at Rick's Cafe. As you hear in this report from Kelisha Williams, the local entertainers are blasting the government for showing double standards.
Turn it out. Let me go. To the left.
Packed to capacity, patrons having the time of their lives. A brazen daylight party at Rick's Cafe in Negril, Westmoreland. From the pool to the dance floor. Need a joyride? This boat was on standby. An all-in-one party package. Except for this sole patron in a mask, this could pass for any large party series before the COVID-19 pandemic. The videos have been circulating on social media since Thursday evening. However, the event was said to be week-long from May 24 to 31.
Literally 3 days prior, couldn't leave our own homes, couldn't participate in any Labor Day projects if it was outside of our yard, could not go and sit with a friend, a family member. We were on full lockdown. I was in complete shock.
Now, at a time when the local entertainment industry have been shut down by the government for over a year now due to the pandemic, entertainers are irate.
1 year of people honestly struggling. I personally know persons in the entertainment industry who have had to close down their business. A perfect example of this is Barcode. All the wait staff, all the bartenders that they employ have had no work for 1 year.
We've had, different dates of, different promises saying that, okay, we would be getting some sort of stimulus. We'll be having some sort of meeting as it relates to reopening. We've heard announcements, we haven't heard anything. And then just to see that a group of foreign promoters can come and have access and enjoy things that if a Jamaican citizen will even attempt to do, you get locked up.
And that's not the only issue. These images of what appeared to be the Jamaica Tourist Board website endorsing the event. Even more intriguing, hashtag Mocha Fest has been trending on social media as early as May 1, with persons counting down to what was described as an epic event. Flyers even show the dates and a lineup of local artists, with tickets costing as much as $350. So why didn't the government take action? The Jamaica Tourist Board issued a statement on Friday expressing shock and disappointment, explaining that it did not endorse the event and is even more disturbed that its logo was attached to the flyer. But entertainers were more surprised at the JTB statement.
Okay, so Mocha Fest with a 2021 date, because the dates are reset dates. appeared on the site and has been on that calendar for over a year, okay, no problem.
The JTB also explained that it will be carrying out further investigations into the event.
Nothing against Mocha Fest, nothing against Negril or people coming to Jamaica to enjoy themselves. Our main source of income for Jamaica is tourism, and we welcome tourists. But there needs to be a level playing field.
Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
Concern this afternoon from business owners in Negril, Westmoreland as they grapple with internet issues. They're calling for the service providers to do better as the poor service puts a dent in their business. Javon Keys reports.
With COVID-19 forcing most transactions digital, the internet has become a critical utility for any business. But establishments in Negril, Westmoreland are dissatisfied as their internet service provider, in their view, has left them in a difficult position.
Internet is a disgrace within the parish, especially the past 2 weeks. You know, I had a problem with internet at my home, and it took Floor 3 months before they could resolve the problem. And I tend to wonder, what is it that is so grave that takes them so many months to do it?
Tourism businesses have also been impacted.
We have had several outages, and the challenge is you would expect that from time to time there may be outages, but the challenge we're having is the length of time that it takes for the service to be restored. And sometimes it's 5 days. The last time I experienced it was 5 days. It can go to 7 days, 10 days, which is, it's not good for business. As a matter of fact, we have some members, at least one member told us in a meeting that they had a guest check out of their hotel.
Member of Parliament for Westmoreland Western Moreland Wilson says the companies are doing a great disservice to the parish.
We have a number of persons who are now depending on the internet for school and for business purposes. And we are now finding out that we do not really have the infrastructure in place in Westmoreland to support this hike in internet usage. And I'm calling on the OUR and the Consumer Affairs Commission to really look at these arrangements that they have with these utility companies, because it is quite unfair for residents to be paying the exact same bill each month while they are not getting the service.
Telecoms provider Flow says over 20 instances of cable damage over 2020 into this year have impacted its service in Westmoreland. The company says it is working assiduously to address the issues, and where applicable, rebates will be applied to the accounts of the affected customers. Javon Keys, TVJ News.